from Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. 18 years old. Look at the judges at ringside. It's Gallagher and Nasser and Lane and Aradovsky and Wan, Korea, Georgia, Ireland. They're representing the entire world here. So as we get set, Mohamed Braham from Tunisia, the referee for this bout. Again, we got Tumur in the red corner and Pazzi in the blue corner. And as we see, Tumur throws a sweeping left hook and Pazzi comes back. Now Tumur digs 2 and 3 to the body, and Pazzi boxing also in the southpaw stance, as we've seen many of the boxers in this tournament. Tumur in the orthodox stance. So Tumur lunges forward with a right. Pazzi, ooh, Tumur with a nice right hand to the head, snaps back the head of Pazzi, and now Pazzi throwing some right hands to the body, and there's a nice right hand by Pazzi to the head of Tumur, and Tumur digging away to the body. Pazzi pushes him off. Both boxers kissing each other with their lead hands, using them as range finders. You see right there, they play a little patty cake in the center of the ring as Tumur comes back, pushes his man forward, and now Pazzi with a right hand to the head. Nursahat PAZZIYEV, his brother is a boxer. He's a first medalist ever in the JOs for Turkmenistan. 2010, he won the bronze medal in the Junior Olympics in Singapore. So with a 45-20 record or so, as I say, he's been boxing for 5 years. His brother's a boxer. He says that self-defense is one of the best things about the sport of boxing. He says that a boxer is a gentleman. Well, I would tend to agree with that. It is the manly art of self-defense. He also said with laughs, women love boxers. Well, that may be true. That just may be true, but I'm sure that women love winning boxers and successful boxers more, although you never know how women think. In this instance, we know how we need to think, and we need to think that these boxers want to win regardless. It doesn't matter what women think, it doesn't matter what men think. It only matters if they're standing at the top of the platform with the gold medal around their necklace, around their neck rather, as a necklace. And now, as Nursahat PAZZIYEV continues to move forward from Turkmenistan, Tumur from Mongolia snapping out that left hand, right to the body. Action has somewhat settled down a little bit here in round number 1 as both boxers are looking for an opportunity to take an advantage, a tactical advantage, as round 1 comes to a close and we see the crowd, or rather we hear the crowd really getting behind this tournament, and 7-3 to the Mongolian boxer. So 8-3, 7-5, 3-2, 7-4, 6-3. All judges saw it in favor of Tumur. And if we look back at the action, we could see why. There's a right hand by, rather that was a right hand by, well, it was a right hand by Tumur, but it fell short. But we'll get another view right here. That one is partially blocked by Pazzi, and there's the chopping left hand by Tumur, which scores to the head. 7-3 Mongolia. And the referee is going to set the boxers back. Tumur in the red, Pazzi in the blue, and Tumur really going to work now. Downstairs to the body, then back upstairs to the head, and Pazzi looking game. Keeping his hands up pretty high. Pretty smart on his part to keep his hands up because the Mongolian boxer is letting his hands go like arms of a windmill as they continue to spin and spin, catching anything in their way. And there's a nice straight overhand left by Pazzi. And back comes Tumur with some shots of his own. So these boxers are trading, that's for sure. They're big, strong boxers. They're not tall, but they've definitely got the weight behind them at 75 kilograms. We say Pazzi about 1.78 centimeters. Tumur about the same, both at 75 kilograms. And as Tumur throws a left to the body, Pazzi steps back. Tumur got his hand raging in there, looking for an opportunity, and a slick right hand followed by a left by Pazzi. And now Pazzi looks a little more aggressive as he's going to need to be. He was down by 4 going into this round. Winner takes all, loser goes home. Will be the creed for tomorrow. Today, the winner gets a chance to go to tomorrow's finals. So, Tumur and Pazzi, Mongolia and Turkmenistan. And now the Mongolian boxer, Tumur, he's got his hand, his right arm locked up with Pazzi's left and continues to throw with his left to the body of Pazzi. That's smart boxing. Protect yourself at all times. Keep your hands moving. The referee going to issue a caution to Pazzi, send him back to the corner. Nope. Boxing's going to continue right in the center, and Tumur continues to press forward. Got some good upper body movement, does Tumur. However, the lack of punches being thrown by Pazzi at this point going to somewhat negate the effectiveness of the body work, unless, of course, that's the reason for the lack of punches by Pazzi, that he just can't quite find his target. But I'd say at this point, when you're in the semifinals of the Asian Confederation Championships, you've got to just try everything. You can't score points by thinking about it. You've got to do it. You've got to keep your hands moving. Punches and bunches. As Pazzi looks to the referee's going to issue a caution, and boxing's going to resume. And there's some action right there in the center of the ring. Both boxers start to let their hands go to the head and body, and a left hand by Pazzi falls short. A right hand by Pazzi is partially blocked, and Tumur continues now to come forward. Left, left, left. This is 2 rounds of boxing that you would be proud of. And on the bell, left hand by Tumur from Mongolia scores on the chin of Pazzi. So you see the coach, Sabir Kasayana. By the way, look at the scoring, 4-4, 5-3, 4-4, 2-5, 5-7. Gives the Mongolian an 11-7 advantage going into the 3rd and final round. So we could look at the action from the last round, and we could see Tumur throwing some shots downstairs, trying to rip. He's really digging these shots. He's putting everything he's got into these, and Pazzi doing a good job protecting himself. However, he's just not really throwing enough punches to make this a competitive match. He's down by 4 going into this 3rd one. You see his chief second, Sabir Kasayana. Now, when asked earlier what his greatest weakness was in the ring, Pazzi said it was his brain, or rather that was his strength, excuse me. He says his strength was his brain, his speed, and his good punch. Well, it's good to have a good brain. It's good to have good speed. But if you don't throw your good punch, well, all of that is going to be rendered less effective. And that's what's happened here for Nursahat PAZZIYEV. He's been boxing a thinking man's bout, but he has not been letting his hands go. And as a result, he finds himself on the short end of a 4-point stick here in this 3rd and final round. Does he have enough to pull it out? He says he wants to get to the London Olympics, ultimately wants to be a good trainer one day. Favorite boxers, Muhammad Ali and Roy Jones, 2 stylists in their own right. Does he have enough Pazzi to make his heroes proud, to make his friends and family, to make his country proud. Can he get through this semifinal bout as a victor? We will find out soon enough, as we are more than halfway through this third and final round. Who will go on to face Abdullah Shuraz in the finals tomorrow? Will it be out of the red corner, Chuluuntumur from Mongolia, or Nursahat PAZZIYEV from Turkmenistan? And you can see here that both boxers have not the word quit in their vocabulary. Nice left hand by Pazzi. Looks like it got through the guard of Nuri. Tumur is just staying away for the most part as Pazzi goes into that shell that he's been in through much of this bout. There's a left hand by Pazziyev, but it just falls short, unfortunately for him, because he really needs to show and prove in this third and final round. As we said, he was down by 4 going in, and Tumur doing a good job keeping the pressure on Pazzi. Left hand by Tumur on the break. Referee gonna acknowledge that punch by Tumur, and Pazzi throws a right hand, and that's it, folks. Third round, final round in the books. Men's middleweight division is now concluded for the semifinals. We will soon find out the winner that will go on for the privilege of boxing in the finals tomorrow of the Asian Confederation Championships here in Incheon, who will go on to face Shuraz Abdullayev from Uzbekistan for the gold. As the judges at ringside tally the points,